Okay, so just I am taking here what is exactly the requirement is here. I am taking the state object city and the measures which I am taking the sales revenue. State, city, and sales revenue. Run this query. Perfect. So now, so guys, you can see the state-wise sales revenue data. You can see now. Okay, fine. So the data which is displaying the state-wise, city-wise sales revenue, right? So now I'm applying the break on this. So how to apply the break in the food artwork? Go to analysis tab and apply a break. Add a break. So once I had the break, then and add the total summary. Now guys, you can see now the state-wise sales revenue data is displaying. But my requirement is, so whatever the highest sales revenue is there. So which is the highest state sales revenue? So the Texas is the highest state. So Texas is having the highest sales revenue. So that means I want to display the highest sales state is I want to display the first row. So how we can display that? So even if I'm trying to apply the ascending order on the what? Ascending order on sales revenue. Basically, so my requirement is not like ascending order on the state. My requirement is, so I want to display the highest sales revenue. State is the first. So what I'm doing, I'm applying the descending order on the sales revenue. So what happen if I do the descending order on the state, sorry, sales revenue, but still it is not displaying. So whenever you are applying the descending order on the sales revenue is displaying the descending order on the based on the city, not on the state, right? See guys, so just I am removing this sorting again, remove all sorts. See, whenever I am not adding the sorting, now the data which is displaying the by default is ascending ladder, right? Now see, basically the sales revenue which is displaying the based on the city only, not on the state. Yeah, state wise sales revenue we can see, but the individual sales revenue which is displaying the city wise, right? So when you are applying the descending order, so guys you can see clearly the sales revenue how it is displaying. So now 54 is coming from the first row. So which is the sales revenue order, it is displaying the based on the city wise. But that is not my requirement. So my requirement is Texas wise. So state wise I want to display the order. So what exactly the order? Texas I want to display the first order, and then New York, then California second row I want to display the California. No, sorry, second row is the New York and third row is the California. That is what I want to display. Basically the state wise highest sales revenue state I want to display the first row. But even if you keep descending order on the state also, it will not display properly. See, yeah, Texas it is first row it is displaying, but the next row New York, okay fine, but third row should be the California. But what happened, the California it is displaying the last row. See, 7479569 is the third highest state sales revenue, right? This is wrong. So as per my requirement is not displaying. So to do that, to display the as per my requirement, what I'm going to do, you can see guys. So I'm taking the state object, city, and sales revenue. Okay. Now I'm adding the one more row inside right, inside a column to the right side. Okay. Now, so I'm writing a formula. See what I'm doing here, sum of the sales revenue. So what I want to do, I want to display the sum of the sales revenue based on the state. So based on the state, sum of the sales revenue in state. This is a context. It's a input context. These are the formulas. Formula I am created here. The formula is correct. Now, guys, now you can see the California state sales revenue is this much, 7479. So basically what I am doing this formula, I am excluding the city object. I am displaying the sales revenue by excluding the city. So the data, so which column, this column which is displaying the excluding by city column. Okay, the California total sales revenue is the 4 plus 3 7 747,569. And similarly, if you go to the Texas, guys, you can see that if you go to the Texas, so Texas total sales revenue is the 10,117,664, the data which is displaying proper, right? So now what I'm doing, so this time say I'm applying the descending order. Now click here, click on this column, manage sorts. Why it's not allowing me to apply the descending order? Okay, let's make creating the variable. Create a variable v underscore state sales. Click on OK. Now after creating the variable, now I can able to apply the ascending order and descending order, right? So earlier, so whenever the formula, when I'm trying to apply the sorting on formula, it is not allowing me. Now it is enabled now. So after creating a variable, when I change the formula into the variable, then it is enabled. The sorting option is enabled. Now apply the descending order. Okay. Now guys, you can see the Texas, New York, and California, California, the data which is displaying properly. But I want to align the data. I want to apply the break. So now I'm applying the break. So, but you remember when I'm talking about a breaks, so by default, whenever you are applying the break, so it will take the ascending order by default. Okay. So now guys, you can see whenever I'm applying the break, so by default again the formula, the values which is not displaying are proper as per our requirement, right? Correct. So let's add some also. See again the default the sales revenue state information is displaying the ascending order, right? So what I can do, see there is a manage breaks is there. Click on manage break. So I am going to stop sorting, apply sorting. I am unchecking. So what is that means? So if you uncheck it, it will not use any sorting option. Okay. So break is having the having a apply sort. So by default it will take the sorting. So I'm removing the sorting. Default sorting I am removing. So guys, you can see now. So then summary. Click on sum. Hey, what's up? The cell 7 which is not displaying the summary. Yeah, now it's working. So now guys, so I'm just removing this. This is also not required. So we need to do format, right? So the data should display properly. So how to display the format? So I don't want to display the header part in each and every row. So remove this row. How to remove this row? Delete row. And also I'm removing the header part also. Remove row. Okay. Okay. So what I can do instead of that, So go to the brake, manage brakes. So brake header, I am removing the brake header. Click on OK. No, there is no brake header. Okay, it's gone. Brake header is gone. So and basically I want to remove this rows. It's totally it is removing. It should ask the like which row you want to delete or column you want to delete. It's not asking. Okay, what I can do, brake, manage brakes. Brake footer is required because to display the total. Okay, perfect. So now just I'm applying the summarize information. Okay, perfect. The sum it is displaying. Now there is another extra row it is there. So I'm trying to remove that row. Remove the row. Okay. So this total I'm making it as a different color. It is a total and the summary is not required. So guys, now you can able to see the data, which is the highest sales revenue is the first row, and the second is the New York, and the third is the California, and the fourth row is the remaining states it is displaying, right? This is a perfectly it is displaying the data. But so how to display the header part? So displaying the header part is like let's do. So right click on this table, format a table, select the format table. So now show table header. Select the show table header. Click on OK. Right. So what I can do, I can, and also this one I can make it as a center. So state data I can make it as a center, and also this the header, this part I can change the color. So how to change the color? Format a cell, borders. The background color I'm making it as a light yellow color. Okay, perfect. This is a perfect. So then let's make this values are center and go to the manage breaks and display the values in image. Click on OK.
The organizer has ended the session, and this call will be disconnected. Goodbye.